Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing a list of books that give you creepy slash like thrilling vibes for the feeling of the season. So like I said, I don't really know like what I'm titling this video. I'm gonna figure that out after the fact. But these are all books that have creepy, chilling, thrilling vibes to them, and they will definitely get you in the mood for the season of like Halloween, of just the season with all the different um, creepy factors to it. I don't really know how to say it. Anyways, so with that disaster of an intro, because clearly I don't know like the ideas on this video yet. Hopefully they come out as we go. Here we go. I'm gonna go through the books that I think will give you those thrilling, haunting, chilling vibes. So the first one on this list is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This one is following the story of a mother who is grieving because I believe her 13-year-old daughter goes missing, and she's been searching for her for years. And it's just the story of her, and like it's kind of split up in bits and pieces, so you get a little bit of backstory about when her daughter was still there, and then after her daughter goes missing, and then like way down the line continuing with like the mother's like view of what's happening and what she's going through. It's pretty intense. This one was, yeah, it was a lot, and there was definitely a part where I didn't think it was going to go there, and it did. So that was quite wild. But it definitely has those like creepy vibes to it, because the whole time it feels like you're inside of like a true crime show, following along with the characters that are like, this is happening to them in this book. Yeah, so it definitely had that very like haunting feel to it, because you know how much grief this mom is going through, losing her daughter and not really sure like what happened to her. So yeah, it gets dark, very dark. So yeah, if you want something like that, then here's the book for you. Trying to be like happy and cheery, but it's like a dark book. But anyways, so yeah, that's one that you could check out. One that definitely has haunting in it is The Haunting of Le Harker. I really like this book. This is following a character named Lay, who is living in her house and feels like her house is haunted. And so like things are happening in this house while she's there. Leia is more of like an introvert, so she likes to stay at home, and that's like hard because these haunting things are happening and she doesn't know what to do. And so it's kind of like her journey through trying to figure out what's going on in her house and go from there. This book was intense. Like intense. I can't really say it's intense. It was intense in a way that is not intense like all at once. It's a big like aha intense throughout the book. So the book itself, it also has like very cozy like vibes to it too, which is interesting. But yeah, it goes at like a decent pace throughout, but then there's like a big reveal kind of thing that was like, whoa, that blew me away. So yeah, I don't know. This was the first book that I read by Darcy Coates that kind of like put me on the path to reading more of her books, and I'm really glad it did. So yeah, if you want like a ghosty, like haunty book, then this one's great for that. Speaking of Darcy Coates, her recent release, Dead of Winter, was top notch. This one definitely has the thrilling slash creepy vibes to it. Also a tad of horror in it. So this one is following a group of people who are going on this like group retreat out to this like northern resort in the mountains. And on their way there, they have a tree down on the road, and so they try and get out to like move the tree out, but then a snowstorm hits, and so they have to take refuge where the closest place is, which happens to be this abandoned cabin close by. So they all go take refuge in there, and then in the morning they wake up to find out that their tour guide has been decapitated and is outside dead. So from there, the book just like takes off in a super fast pace, and you are on your toes the whole time trying to figure out like who amongst these people is a killer, or is there somebody new that's hunting down all of them within like this remote area. You don't know, so it gets intense. I was so pulled into this book. I could not stop. Every time I put it down, I just wanted to pick it back up and keep reading because I had to know what happened next. So this one will definitely keep you on your toes and definitely like give you the heebie-jeebies too. I felt it when I was reading. I was like, I don't know. Like I didn't want to like look out the window at nighttime if I was like reading on the couch in front of the window because I'm like, oh, somebody's gonna be behind me or something. So yeah, it definitely gives you those vibes, and I strongly recommend this one. Another one that's kind of like a slow burn thriller is Frozen Beauty. I think this would also be like a YA thriller. I'll read you guys the synopsis of this one because then it'll like spark my memory on what happened in this book. Like I do remember it, but this will give you a better synopsis because I don't want to like give any like details away that were not revealed yet. So it says, no one exactly knows what happened to Kit in the woods that night. All they have is a constellation of facts: icy blue lips and fingers cold to the touch, a lacy bra, and an abandoned pickup truck with keys still in the ignition. There are too many details that don't add up, too many secrets still tucked away in notebooks and words unsaid. But at the core of that complicated night is a truth that's heartbreakingly simple. So yeah, I remember this one being quite good actually, because you're following like the perspectives of both sisters, so it keeps like switching back and forth, and then you also get the perspective of the sister that is no longer with us, like prior to the events that happened to her. So you kind of like are puzzling it all together as it goes to find out like what happened to her exactly, and it definitely gets pretty chilling. I say that because it's called Frozen Beauty, but yeah, like it's pretty dark what happens, and it's interesting to like follow along and have these sisters like be detectives to kind of piece it together, because like all three of these sisters, they're all very different in like their personalities. They're very different people, and so it's just interesting to follow those perspectives and see how they like put it together. But yeah, this one was a good one. I remember being like pretty captured by this one and not wanting to put it down either, so thought I would throw that one out there. Of course, I can't do a creepy books list without mentioning Clown in a Cornfield. This one was top notch. This is like perfect for fans of like 80s horror. These ones will pull you in completely. So this is the first one, Clown in a Cornfield, and then this is Clown in a Cornfield number 2. So this series is following a family who moves to this small rural town, and while they are in this small rural town, the teenager is, I think the father is like opening like a therapy clinic or something like that. And then the daughter, she's trying to integrate herself into high school, which is hard to do, moving to a new place and joining a new high school. And so she's trying to like find some friends to go like hang out with and stuff. And they end up inviting her to this cornfield party, which is like pretty common in this town. So they go to this cornfield party, and then killer clowns end up showing up at this cornfield party and start murdering people. And so from there, like the book takes off. But if you like the style of like 80s horror movies, then you will love this because it's campy. It's got lots of like random characters thrown in there that they do in those movies that are just there for like shock value. It's great. I loved it so much, and I really enjoyed following along in the second book as well. I believe there's a third one coming still. I'm not 100% on that, but the way the second one ended, it left it open for like a third one to be. So I'm hoping there's a third one because I really like this series so much and I would love to read more. And then the last one I have on this list is the Book of Cold Cases. So this one was following a woman who is kind of like a true crime blogger, and she works also as a receptionist at a doctor's office, but there is this like tale from where she is like located. There was this not really myth, it actually happened, but there was this woman that was accused of murder. I think they called her like the highway killer because in the past there were two men that stopped on the side of the road to go help this woman, and then when they helped this woman, they ended up dead, and this woman was fine. And so everybody believes that she killed these men and just continued on with her life. And so I can't remember if she went to jail for a bit and then was out, but anyways, this woman walks into this doctor's office, and this receptionist who works there is like the true crime blogger. She recognizes her immediately, and wants to interview her. So she asks her for an interview. She actually accepts and invites her up to her estate where she can go up there and interview her at her house. And so she does this, and things happen, things are revealed. It gets very, very like creepy at parts, and it's definitely haunting. And I think this is something that you would like. If you're like a true crime lover, then I think this is one that you'll enjoy quite a bit. I've heard that this author has a lot of other books that are like similar vibes as well. So I'll definitely have to check out some of their other books because I really enjoyed this one. And yeah. Anyways, those are all the books that I have on that list for now. Yeah, I don't really know like what categorization this list is, but I guess I'll hopefully figure that out. Anyways, if you have any books that you find like thrilling, chilling, haunting, creepy, then definitely let me know down below in the comments because I love those type of books. They're the best. So yeah, if you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as links by my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.